Yep. So I'm really excited here to talk to you, Ken. You're the one that got me to PartnerCo, and I've you people probably see your stuff on Facebook and see little things online, but I was hoping you'd share a little bit more intimately, like how you found out about PartnerCo, why you decided to do it. I mean, you're already a businessman. You have multiple businesses, so it's not like you don't have too many things to do already. So yeah, what's your like the background on that? What led you to start and how?
Well, basically, I'm going to talk to you just a little bit in here. I'm just sitting right here in my recliner at my home, but it really started several years ago, back in 2020. The story goes, and it's a real story. Uh,
Hmm.
my wife, which is a pharmacist, she lost her job because of COVID, and she was making, pharmacist makes good money. And I had just started a business from ground up, started it from scratch. And God woke me up one night and gave me a person's name, and for me to look him up. And I did look him up on Facebook, and I never did contact him, never did. But I stalked him and followed him on Facebook for since 2020 all the way to 2023. And people had approached me about another business because right then I had three different businesses, and they had contacted me about another business, and I think it was back in May of 2023, and I just shook it off and said no. And then they had contacted me again, and I think I said no about three or four times. One day I was in my store, and I was working, and this young lady come in, and she was talking to me, said she had different needs and stuff, and I helped her fill one of her needs, and she was about to walk out, and I said, well, excuse me. I said, you told me you had another situation or another need that you need to talk to me about. And she said, oh, okay. And so she was talking to me about balancing hormone drops. And and I said, well, women needs it. I said, but myself, I don't see what you're talking about. And she said, well, one of the side effects is it's a positive side effect was weight loss. And I said, well, I said, I understand. And I said, but people had already been talking to me 3 or 4 or 5 months about weight loss. And I said, I know how to lose weight. I said, I've lost weight before and I can do it again. And at this time, I was a large man. I'm still a large guy. But at that time, I told her I knew how to lose weight. And I said, it's right here between your ears. And she said, well, that's exactly right. And she looked square at me and she says, may I ask you a question? And I said, sure. She said, how's it working out for you? I said, how's what working out for you? And she said, losing weight. How's it working out for you? Your method. And I said, it's not working too good, is it? And anyway, I said no to her. And as she was walking out, I said, hey, I said, what got you into this type of business? And she said, well, my uncle got me in this business. And I says, okay. And I said, do I happen to know your uncle? She said, I don't know. I said, who is your uncle? And she gave me the person's name. And Isaac, this name that she gave me was the identical name that God had gave me in 2020. Exactly the same name. And I always have a confused look on my face anyway, but I really think that I really got a confused look because she said, is there something wrong? I says, no. I said, if he is your uncle, I said, can you have him to come up here and talk to me? And she just pulled out her smartphone. She called him right there on the spot in my store. He gets on the phone, and she was talking, and he came up there the very next day. He sat down with
Wow.
me and my wife and spent about 3 or 4 hours talking about business. Now, this guy that I'm talking to you about is one of my coaches now in this business. He is my coach, and he had he's made millions. He's made millions. He's retired now, but he still works just a little bit, and he makes quite a bit of money just being retired. A lot more than lots of people working full time. making that. That's how I got started in this business.
Mm. That's an amazing story. I mean, the fact that years later, the same name, that can only be God, as you said. That can only be God, connecting that together. Well, wow. Thank you for taking the time to share that. So, I mean, yeah, the coach has been in this for a while. He's doing pretty well. How about yourself? Have you seen positive, financial results since you've been a part of the business? I mean, has it? You still doing the other job, so how do you feel like it's added to your life or so?
Oh, absolutely. We got a win-win situation. My wife could answer it a lot better than I can right here. I got in this business. You have to be a student when you're doing a business, and you're
Mm.
all the time learning. And this was a new business to me, and I didn't hardly know anything about it. And I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors, and still will in the future in life. You make mistakes, but here's a win-win situation. Just out of less than a year, my wife had I got a very beautiful wife. She don't complain about anything, and I got to looking at the account and I said, well, it looks like we've got enough money to just go get our kitchen remodeled from this business. And so we went out and looked and we got her the quartz countertops for her kitchen, plus a Bosch dishwasher, which is
Mm.
top of the line, and it's
Yeah.
all paid for from the from that. Plus everything that I use as far as supplements, I don't have to pay for it. It's the customers are buying products for me that's giving me enough money it's that way. I just wash it out, wash it.
Right. Wow. Well, I thank you for taking the time to be my coach in this business, because it's so motivating to hear and to know what's possible out there. It's funny. I've only been doing this for about 2 months now, really, since October when I went back and met you in Tennessee. And on my first Facebook post, someone bought one of the products, and so it's motivated me to want to go out there and help more people. She's having a great time, by the way, experiencing. She's noticed that her appetite has curbed. She's not feeling so hungry. She has more strength to resist. She's even noticing at lunch when they bring in certain meals for staff lunches, she's actually getting the salads and eating the healthier stuff and avoiding the pizza. And so, yeah, so she's excited and she's going to continue. She said she's going to get another set of drops once when this one finishes, and just stick with the program. So yeah, I'm excited to know that what happened with you now shared to me and now to someone else, and it's just this awesome like networking effect of health. Um,
It's amazing. It's simply amazing. It's uh, you can do the business many different ways. Um, a lot of people that cannot talk or speak as well as I do or as well as Isaac does, they can do it simply by not even really talking. They just post and share their stories on Facebook. People will
mhm.
comment on it, then they will copy and paste. Our system has all the answers, and they copy and paste and they send it to them. And then all of a sudden, they people says, "Hey, can I get some of those?" Yes, you can get some of those. Another story as it happened today last November when I first got started. I was talking to an individual, and he just blew me off. And so out of the blue today, he texts me. He wants to join. He wants to get in this business and join in. He said, I don't understand how it's working, but I see your pictures and my stories, and I put them on different places." And he said he wanted to know, does it work? And I said, well, if you use them consistently, it works. And that means daily, because I'm a proven example. People call me Skinny Kenny now.
Right.
Yeah.
it it works. Well, thank you. We're short on time, and so I'm gonna let you go. But thank you so much, Ken, for putting some time out of your day for me and to share your story and testimony. with as many people who will hear this online. So I hope God blesses you and Karen, your wife, and that you guys have a great rest of the night.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
All right.